If you are still clinging to your legendary Nikon D850 because nothing else feels quite right, or if you are just about to drop thousands of dollars on a Sony A7 RV, you need to cancel that order right now. For years, the camera industry thought Nikon had peaked with the Z8. We thought the megapixel war was over and that we had seen the limit of what a full-frame sensor could do. But massive, highly authentic leaks have just exposed Nikon's ultimate endgame. Today, we are peeling back the curtain on the Nikon Z7 Mark III. This isn't just a minor resolution bump or a simple iterative update. This is a total architectural overhaul featuring a 67-megapixel monster sensor, internal red digital cinema DNA, and a price tag that is about to make the competition completely panic. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why this camera is officially being hailed as the ultimate medium format killer. Let's get straight to the beating heart of this machine. The Z7 III is not trying to be a jack of all trades like the Z8. It is designed to be the undisputed master of detail. Leaks confirm a jaw-dropping 67-megapixel BSI sensor. Now, while everyone else in the industry obsessed with stacked sensors, Nikon made a brilliant, calculated choice here. The Z7 III uses a non-stacked design. You might wonder why they would do that in 2026. The answer is simple. Stacked sensors often sacrifice dynamic range for raw speed. By keeping the sensor non-stacked, Nikon is prioritizing out signal-to-noise ratio and biting micro-contrast. Paired with the legendary native ISO of 64, this sensor pushes an impossible 15.5 stops of dynamic range. To put that into perspective, you are getting the tonal depth, the clean shadows, and the massive resolution of a $10,000 medium format Hasselblad or Fuji GFX packed into a standard, weather-sealed full-frame body. For landscape, commercial fashion, and fine art photographers, this level of surgical precision is the absolute holy grail, but massive files require massive processing power. The Z7 III is debuting the brand new Xpeed 8 processor. This chip brings an entirely new AI-driven autofocus system called predictive path mapping. It doesn't just track an eye. It calculates your subject's exact movement in three-dimensional space. It locks on in near-pitch black darkness down to -$9 EV for landscape shooters. Nikon is introducing scene recognition to 0.0. The AI can actually identify moving water, delicate foliage, and jagged rocks. It then optimizes internal sharpening specifically for those textures. If 67 megapixels somehow isn't enough for your massive gallery prints, the new Pixel Shift multi-shot mode will generate a mind-bending 200 megapixel composite image. This is the kind of power that makes traditional medium format systems look bulky and unnecessary. Now, here is the leak that is absolutely terrifying the competition. Ever since Nikon acquired Red Digital Cinema, the industry has been waiting for the tech to drop. The Z7 III is officially the first stills focus body to receive a massive red-influenced color science update. You are getting proprietary red color mapping algorithms baked right into the unlocked profile. This gives you organic, Hollywood-grade skin tones right out of the box. And the video specs are absolutely absurd for a photography-centric camera. We are talking internal 8K 3OP recording and buttery smooth 4K at 120 frames per second. But the real shocker is the internal 12-bit UNRAW and ProRes RAW recording. Thanks to a completely redesigned thermal management system, you can roll 8K video for over 60 minutes without a single overheating warning. You are essentially getting a high-end cinema camera hiding inside a hiking bag. Nikon also fixed every single ergonomic complaint from the previous generation. Say goodbye to the fragile flippy screen that many pros dislike. The Z7 III features a rugged 4-axis tilting screen. You can shoot low angles on an L bracket without the screen swinging out to the side and hitting your tripod. Above that is a blindingly bright 3000 nit, 5.76 million electronic viewfinder with zero blackout. It is perfect for shooting in the harsh midday sun. Add in fully backlit buttons for astrophotography. Dual ultra-fast Express Type B card slots for maximum redundancy. And a tank-like weather-sealed body that gives you 1,500 real-world shots per battery. It is a flawless professional tool. What is it going to cost to get medium format quality at a full frame size? Leaks point to a highly aggressive launch price of $3,490. This completely undercuts the competition while offering significantly more resolution and better video features. Nikon is making a massive statement. They are proving that you no longer need to choose between power and precision. This camera is a shift in what we should expect from a single body. It closes the gap between hobbyist gear and professional cinema tools. In my opinion, this is the most exciting release Nikon has ever planned. It respects the legacy of the D850 while pushing us into a future where limits don't exist. If you want a camera that does it all without compromise, this is it. What if everything you thought you knew about high-resolution cameras was suddenly outdated overnight? Because right now, something is happening behind the scenes at Nikon, and if the leaks are even close to true, the upcoming Nikon Z7 III isn't just an upgrade. It's a warning to the entire camera industry. For years, high-resolution cameras have come with a compromise. You want more megapixels. Fine, but you lose speed. You lose autofocus performance. You lose flexibility. That's been the unspoken rule until now. But the Z7 III is rumored to completely break that rule and replace it with something far more dangerous. We're talking about a camera that doesn't force you to choose anymore. A camera that gives you insane resolution without sacrificing speed or video capability. And once you understand what Nikon is building here, you'll start to realize why so many professionals are holding off their upgrades just to wait for this. The headline feature is the sensor architecture. There are strong leaks pointing toward a brand new, possibly partially stacked design. If that turns out to be true, this changes everything because one of the biggest weaknesses of high-resolution cameras has always been rolling shutter. Fast movement would distort. Electronic shutters would feel risky. Action photography, forget it. But a faster readout sensor means that problem starts to disappear. Suddenly, you can shoot fast-moving subjects with a high-resolution body and actually trust the results. Wildlife photographers, sports shooters, event creators, this camera isn't just entering your workflow. It's expanding what you thought was even possible. And that's where things start getting interesting. Because when you combine high resolution with speed, something powerful happens. You no longer need two cameras. You don't need one body for detail and another for action. You get both in one machine. And Nikon knows exactly what they're doing here. Let's talk about real-world usability, because specs mean nothing if the camera slows you down. This is where Nikon usually gets it right. Expect improved buffer performance, faster card support, and a smoother workflow. Shooting 67-megapixel files isn't the hard part. Moving them quickly and delivering them fast is where professionals feel the difference. Nikon seems to understand that this time around. We're also likely to see improvements in stabilization, which means sharper handheld shots, smoother video, and more freedom to shoot without extra gear. No tripod, no rig, just you and the shot. The physical experience matters more than people admit. The Z7 III is expected to reinvent the design, but refine it. Better grip, better button placement, and a more responsive viewfinder. These are small changes that make a big difference when you're shooting for hours, when your hands are tired, when the pressure is high, and when missing a shot is an option. That's when ergonomics stop being a detail and start becoming everything. Here's the part most people don't want to talk about: the competition. This space is crowded and brutal. Every brand is fighting for the same creators and the same attention. Sony and Canon cannot afford to play it safe, and Nikon knows it. They don't just need a good camera, they need a statement. And from everything we're seeing, this is exactly that. A camera that removes limitations. A camera that closes gaps. A camera that makes you question your current setup. So now the real question becomes, do you upgrade now or do you wait? Because if these leaks hold true, waiting might not just be the smarter move. It might be the only move that makes sense. This isn't just another release. This is a shift in what high-resolution cameras are supposed to be. It is the moment where you no longer need to choose between power and precision. If this camera delivers everything it promises, it won't just be the best Nikon camera, it will be the best camera on the market. Period. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your fellow photographers, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the latest gear. My best opinion. If you are a professional who values detail but needs modern speed, the Z7 III is the end game. See you in the next one.